Good morning. It's Marla Copal, and I'm here today to ask you if you have confidence. Do you have confidence in everything that you're doing in your life? Now, I help people focus just on having that confidence within their small business, their network marketing businesses, but it's amazing how many of us, and I'm going to include myself a few times, when we start a business and we think we've got enthusiasm, we've got that dream, we have an outline of what we think needs to be done, and then it just feels like it's not doing or being what we expected this small business to be. And sometimes the success is in the details. So we can have all the big pictures we want, but the confidence comes when we have competence in the small steps. So, I'm honoring my dad today. He was a World War II veteran, and he was active in sales his whole life. But I watched this man every Sunday night go through the trunk of his car. He was on the road a lot, and he had all of his files done. He had all of his handouts on all of his products, and he used to sell electronics. So when you're taking electronics in the 60s, he was selling tubes for TVs and things that most of you don't even know anything about. And then he was selling Channel Master antennas that would stand in the yard and bring people. Well, nowadays, what do? We have cellular, we have Wi-Fi, we have 5G. So he was in that era. But I would watch him with his file folders, his customer cards, and he had a plan. He knew how many people he was going to hit in this city today, where he was going to stay overnight, who he was seeing in the next state. And he had a plan for 52 weeks out of the year. So let's come to network marketing and small businesses. What do we need to build our confidence? We need a plan. So let's just take network marketing, for instance. Some people go do an event, but how do they follow up? Well, I know people who go market the event and they make it a one-time thing. There's no follow-up. They don't have an email. They don't phone the people. Now, I'm not saying you should do all of those, but I'm saying you need to do something. Otherwise, why did you spend that time there? That's like just going and popping a piece of bubble gum and like going, well, it worked, it didn't work, whatever. So you got to have a system. And the system is not badgering. The system is not calling them up and saying, do you want what I have? The system is subtle. It's got to just follow through so that you build an audience. Well, why do you want an audience? You want people to remember you when they have a need. So what are you doing to build your confidence? Well, you have to build the confidence of your customer base first. And how do you do that? Well, let's just take a narrow field. Let's go to social media. Many of you went to social media last year, but you also learned how to spam product. You learned how to only talk about your product. Back up. You are the product. You are selling you. You are the brand. So if you want to have confidence, get yourself out in front of whatever it is you're selling. Now, what do you have to say? What's your message? So you want to have a whole bunch of things in place, and they can happen quickly, for posting strategies. How consistent are you going to be? Are you going to be present every day? What are you going to offer? Do you have a response strategy in place for wherever you meet your people? Do you have maybe a study group? Or how are you educating your team? Or do you only call your team up at the end of every month to ask them why they didn't order? That is not a good strategy. That's a harassment strategy. So if you want to have confidence in your business, you want to be a great example of what's possible. You go out, you meet people, you have a follow-up system, you have offers, you have conversations, you have discovery calls, you do demonstrations, whatever your business is based on, remember, it's the actual follow through of continuousness of presence by yourself, not your product, that brings you the business. So confidence is really something that's not measurable until one day you go, oh, wow, that was a tough customer, but I actually sold them something because I was feeling comfortable with their uncomfortableness in making a buying decision. So I feel a little bit all over the board today, but I want to say confidence is an acquired confidence. And then the confidence you have today won't be the confidence you have tomorrow. But what consistently will support you is a system. Just like my dad had a system. He had confidence. He'd go out and be the top salesman every week because he was organized. And he was the top salesman. He was the top salesman for over 30 years with the same company. So he had a system. So your system, what's one thing that's missing in your system? Is it a good emailing system? Is it a program offering quality training, not just about your product? Is it how you help people learn how to do phone calls well, or to post on a consistent schedule, and how to build relationships using Messenger? If you need one or more of these, that's where I can help you, because I do these things. And it's actually made my life easier doing this, because I'm a converted in-person, face-to-face salesperson who loved working farmers markets, who loved walking in cold calling on people. But you know what? There's no longer an efficiency with that. You don't grow your business but very, very slowly if you're always depending on personal contact. The world has moved forward, and those of us who want to win in today's world will also learn to have as equal in a presence online as we do in person. So I welcome you to contact me for my discovery call. The link will be posted at the end of this post. And let's just take 15 minutes and let's just see, which of these do you need to build your confidence? Do you need posting schedules and posting ideas? Do you need to revamp some of the ways you follow up? Do you need to grow your audience bigger, have more leads? That's my strength. Let's talk about how to make it your strength too. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.